Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's Natalie. I am going to do a little bit of watercolor. So it's been a little while, but we're going to try and keep it relatively simple, except I'm going to do no line coloring, which is not so simple, but I'm going to have a lot of fun, and hopefully you will enjoy this video and learn a little bit, hopefully. This is Concord at Night Dogwood. Thank you, Dogwood tree, I think it's called. Had to go and double check that. It's the Thank You Dogwood. No tree. There's no tree involved. I have Desert Sand Memento ink, which is a dye base, so it will sort of melt away with the water, hopefully. The paper that I'm using, the cardstock, is a cardstock that I have no idea what it is because I've cut it all up. It's not my favorite, so I'm going to try and get rid of it. I actually am going, when you see this card, I'm actually going to be away on a retreat with a bunch of girlfriends. So I'm hoping to take this cardstock and do a few bits and pieces and try, there's still it's probably a good thickness of an inch of cardstock still left. Yeah, I don't know where I got it from, but the ink doesn't flow. It doesn't have that. I know there's a name for it, but I can't think of the name for it. But but it doesn't bleed. That's the word. It doesn't bleed. So these are our teaser paints. Now, for my Australian friends, this was actually something I won from a lovely person in America, Nancy. I will leave a link down below to her channel. She's having a giveaway for something, I can't quite remember it, and I just happened to be the lucky person that actually got the paints. Those paints, there was a couple of years ago. Some black cardstock, I think it was watercolor cardstock, and I can't remember if there was anything else. But here in Australia, we can't get a teaser. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it properly, but we can't get it. So I was very, very grateful and really happy that I did have my name pulled out of that. So this is deep red and cobalt green that I'm going to use. There's other colors, but let's just deal with this. I'm keeping... watercoloring is a little bit like my pencils. I enjoy it. Is there room for improvement? Yes, there is. I am not 100%. Although who is? Really? It's knowing the rules and knowing when to break them. But this one is a really nice large stamp set, and it has the lines. So what I'm sort of doing, I'm going to show you bits and pieces of the flowers and the plants, and then come back and we're going to magically appear and be all done. I'm putting the darker color, the deep red, in where I want it to be the darkest, and then trying to blend it out. Now, it dries, this watercolor, it dries really, really quickly. So now I'm going back in, and the lines that are already there, I'm just, with light hand, doing the little swishes and the little lines and everything else to put some definition in it. I mean, it doesn't dry like super clear super quick, because as you can just see there, I used a brush and a little bit of water just to smooth out that really heavy line. But it does dry pretty darn quick. I have no idea where I got it from, and it's all in cutting pieces. I have a funny feeling my local craft shop had big, massive sheets. Like, now Australian and American cardstock is all muddled up. A4 for Australian is sort of your document size, I think you call it in America. I think A3 is 2 of those side by side. This, I would have to say, was 2 of that again. So I'm going to say A5, but I don't know. but maybe about A5. And I've just trimmed it all down. I think that's where it's come from. But yeah, I don't know. So I've been getting ready for, not really getting ready for camp because it's still a couple of weeks away when doing this voiceover. But getting some ideas off Instagram. I'm mostly an Instagram person these days. I don't think I really got into Pinterest very much at all, but Instagram and just having a look at watercoloring, and friends have actually also sent me bits and pieces of watercolor that I could probably play with and hopefully have some fun with while I'm at camp. So check out my Instagram, which is just Natalie Perry Walsh. And hopefully, especially after, probably not while I'm away because, there's too much talking and eating and crafting happening to be posting on Instagram. But yeah, you'll see that because obviously it's not going to be videoed unless I try and recreate it. And then it's never quite the same. You never do. It's never quite the same again, especially with watercolor. And most things, honestly. So, yeah, check that out and just see what happens. This one is the cobalt green. And it's really pretty. So I'm going to go in between two different colours. I just like that muted sort of look for it for the time being. I'm leaving the green to dry a little bit while just working on my flowers until I was happy enough. A lot of people for a light hand, I think it's for light hand, they hold the paintbrush really a fair way away. I can't do that. Maybe one day, but I can't do that at the moment. So this is another leaf here. It is a little bit hard to see what everything is. And honestly, I think there is a petal above this leaf in that corner between the leaf, the petal that I've already done, and then the flower on top. There is actually a leaf, but I'm going to color it purple because I decided I didn't want another leaf down, which I probably should have left it and done a leaf, but I didn't. I don't know. Can you see? It stands very out clearly to me, but I know it's there. But as I said, no one's really going to know except you, me. The person that gets this thank you card is not going to know whatsoever. There is a lot of thank you sentiments in this card set. I'm going to use this big squirrely one. There is lots of little sub sentiments too, which are very, very cute and nice. But yeah, I'm going to keep it pretty straightforward and very simple. Hopefully very simple. So yeah, I will be away when this goes live. We go down to Rye, I think it is, which is about 45 minutes away. It is a long weekend. This is a straight 8 weekend. So that is around the 26th. Is it the 26th? I mean, I'm Australian, so, I should know. How terrible is that? But my mind went blank. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So, yeah, so that is a Friday. So next year there'll be we'll have the public holiday, like on the Monday. It's usually a Monday. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's next year. So we go down. We're going down for, what have we got, 2, 4, about 5 days. And we just have a ball. And just talk and sing and laugh. And it's a place called Craftways Retreat in Rye. So if you're Australian and in Victoria, look that up. But no, quite a few long weekends are very, very full. We've sort of, I think we were like the first people when she first opened, like the first paying guests, I think we were. But everything's all set up. Everything is there that you wouldn't possibly need as a crafter. You've got the desks, you've got lights each, you've got bins each. It's all there. Let's get back to that for a second. This is the centers of my dogwood. Sepia brown and yellow ochre. Yellow ochre is the lighter color, and then the sepia brown is also used, and the yellow ochre for a little bit of highlighting, is also used in my twigs that are scattered through the area. And what I'm doing just before was dotting the sepia brown just with extremely light hand, just to give that definition and the texture in the center of the flowers. I'm a colorist. I don't know whether I could paint this on my own. Like, it'd be nice one day to have fun, but like everything, it's a process of playing around with it and, you know, doing it more and practicing. So who knows? Maybe one day. I've got a little bit of the green in the top of this. I do have a little bit of creative license with this because it's supposed to be a leaf, and we're going to cut off half of it. And so I've added, it's got like I've added bits and pieces to it. Let's just put it that way. Almost done here, just playing around. In the kitchen of Craftways, there's everything you can possibly imagine. There's rice cookers, there's slow cookers, there's an air fryer, there's what I call a bar mix, a handheld blender thing that you, like, hypothetically you could put down into a glass and mash up a banana, so to speak. You know, that type of thing. I've got a towel down here. This is some Amsterdam titanium white. It is pretty runny. I'm using a really small brush for some small little splatters, but I find that if I go any bigger, that my splatters just get a bit too crazy town, and I don't like it. This is the Gansai Tambi, and I'm going to use this, a Starry Night, I think it's called. This is the light gold. And it's just a little bit of texture and a little bit of fun. What I'm going to do is, after I've trimmed it all down, this sentiment, I was thinking I'm going to stamp it down in black. So this is all stamped. This is all cut down. I've just cut the sides off it. And this is with the VersaFine ink. I'm going to stamp it down twice because double checking, just before I put it down, I double check that it hasn't moved. VersaFine ink to blend in my black to the rest of it, because there's nothing else that's black. We're just going to provide a couple of dots here, there, and everywhere. Mounting it up on a bit of grey. And that's pretty much my card for today. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. It really sort of helps my channel sort of to grow, to spread out, and to have fun. So thanks for watching. Take care. I will talk to you soon. Bye.